Hi everybody, this is Believe What, also known as Yam Juice, and this is my Human Nature series. I'll be talking about various aspects of basic human nature. So this is a gameplay on Modern Warfare 3 with the Clan Ops, with my Clan Sub 1. But of course, as usual, this commentary is not about the gameplay. So the idea of connection. Human beings are social animals, like other animals are social animals as well, like chimps and wolves and lions and so forth. But with human beings, it's built into the very fabric of our souls. Uh, as soon as you're born, you make connections with your family. Like your mother is the most important person in the world with you, and then later as you get a little older, your dad is important, and you want to impress your family. You want your family's attention. Uh, look at me, look at me. When you jump into the pool or something. Kids are always doing that sort of thing. Then, if you happen to be born into a family where where you have brothers or sisters, then you have a situation where you're competing uh, for the social connection with your sibling. Uh, in my own case, I had a brother, and we were always fighting about everything because not only were resources like who gets the last piece of chicken or something like that, but also we were competing uh, over the attention of our family. As far as family is concerned, it's important. But then later on, you know, kids go to school. When you're going to school, uh, you're leaving the house, and now all of a sudden, your peer group, your fellow students, the people that you hang around with, those people are the ones who you want to make connections with. You usually find yourself with some sort of group. I mean, whether you are a member of the jocks, whether you're a member of the brains, whether you're in the drama club group, uh, whether you're in the stoners or the burnouts, whatever it is, you want to fit in with somebody. You've gotta have a group that you're in. Now, some people can navigate a few different groups like this at a time, and then other people, there's strictly one clique. I myself was in the band in high school, so I wasn't into sports. So, of course, in my opinion, sports was not that important because there again the concept of ego is like whatever I'm doing is important, and if I'm not doing it, then of course it's not as important, or maybe it's not even important at all. Uh, you know, in, in seeking connections, you'll try to get you'll try to get favor with the group you're looking for, but sometimes uh, you'll even try to get uh, the opposite, for attention, like the idea of the black sheep of the family, somebody who starts hanging out with the wrong crowd. On one hand, you've got a group of potential criminals or whatever that you're hanging out with, but on the other hand, it's causing concern with your parents, and maybe you've got a sibling that's getting good grades or is doing well or something like that, and you feel like you can't get any attention, you can't compete, so you can just do the opposite. You can get negative attention. Whatever it is, we always are seeking that attention. As far as school popularity goes, it's very, very important to be popular. Um, you'll do what you have to curry favor with as many people as you can. People inside your clique, primarily, especially. But you don't want to be a nobody. You want to be a somebody. And sometimes your personality is better suited for these kind of social interactions, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes you're kind of a quiet person. So in that case, you just you find your small little group of friends and you make a big deal out of that. Now, also, at this time, girls are really important. I'm a guy, so I'm going to speak in terms of that. So you're trying to find girls. On one hand, you have the basic human nature and all animal nature of just straight up lust and desire. Because these girls are really something, and you want to get with them and get close to them and whatnot. But also, if you have a girlfriend, then you're cool. Then you're made. Uh, you're going to be accepted by your buddies. And maybe you might even lie about how far you got with a girl, or maybe you got with a girl, and you want to exaggerate that just so your buddies think you're cool. Then later on, if you go to college or you go up, after high school, you go into a career, then the high school situation starts all over again. In college, I was in a fraternity, but I looked at it as a second chance because I was not really a popular kid in high school. But when you go to college, you have an opportunity for, nobody knows you, whatever your past reputation is, you kind of can recreate yourself. So right away, I joined a fraternity, which is something I sort of would not have expected, but yet I did. And I made a big deal out of being in that fraternity. I really enjoyed it. In fact, I found a certain amount of popularity. In fact, I was, by the third year, I was the president of the fraternity. So, that was really awesome. High school, I was not crazy about. I was in the band. That was my clique. That's not a high on the food chain clique. But in college, I was the president of a fraternity, which, I thought that was pretty cool. Now, sometimes you might go, directly into the work world, or after college, you go to the work world, and then you have a new desire for connection. You want to get in good with your coworkers. You want to eat lunch with the people that you want to hang out with, but you also want to impress, your bosses, and you have to deal with possibly rivals at your job, because there's certain resources that you want to obtain, but you also want to obtain the feeling of self-esteem that you get from, doing well, being promoted, being looked up to, or at least being looked up to, as a peer. You don't want to be an outcast again. Now, outside of work, people have other interests. You might be on a bowling league or a softball team. Maybe you're really good at something, and of course you'll gravitate to whatever it is that you happen to be good at. But again, there you go. You've got a group, and there's a whole idea of being part of a group that might be, you might feel like you're bigger than yourself, the group itself. You might have a cause. For example, you might, be involved in the American Red Cross or cancer research, or maybe you're a member of the Tea Party or the NRA, or maybe you're trying to work to make English the national language, or you want to build big fences under the borders. Maybe you want to save old historic buildings. It's like people will look for these causes, something that gives them a feeling that they're bigger than just their own single self. If you're part of a cause. I live in Oakland, California, which is right next to Berkeley. Berkeley is pretty famous for people with causes. We have, we can drum up a protest, at the drop of a hat. It does not take much of an event to get people demonstrating in this town. You can go down Telegraph Avenue and you can see, sort of throwback wannabe hippies, Nostalgia is another area where you're seeking connection. But the idea is that you're remembering a time that was better than the time that you have now, uh, because you felt connected to people, places, events of that time. So nostalgia is one of those areas where you can kind of recreate it how you really want to see it. If things weren't great, you can remember that they were great. Over time, it gets fuzzier. Anyway, this game is over, and the idea on this was to capture the most flags. And I did pretty good here. I didn't get the most kills, but I got a lot of kills, and I do get the final kill. And also, I did end up getting the most captures. But I'm going to talk more about connection and competition, and how those things relate to human nature. But if you'd like to leave a comment, I would appreciate that, and you can click the subscribe button so you don't have to miss any episodes. So once again, thank you for watching my video, and see you later.